Artist Proof Studio is one of the largest and most vibrant community and professional printmaking facilities in Southern Africa, training up to 80 students a year through its 3-year education program. Our vision is founded on a sense of shared humanity whereby people of talent and passion can reach for excellence in art making to achieve self-sustainability. Throughout its history, collaboration and community engagement has remained central to Artist Proof Studio's mission of providing an environment to develop young people. We embrace a common set of values. Our habits of mind include innovation, self-awareness, engagement, excellence, and Ubuntu. Founded by Kim Berman and Nhlanhla Xaba in 1991, the year after Mandela's release, the growth and development of Artist Proof Studio has paralleled South Africa's journey to democracy.
The story of Artist Proof Studio starts in 1983 when I went after university to Boston and attended a summer school, and there I met Mary Sherwood, who was my summer school teacher at the time, and she introduced me to a studio called Artist Proof. And that was a cooperative studio of a number of artists coming to work in the studio, and very inspiring to me because I'd never experienced such a thing in South Africa. And that became the beginning of the dream for Artist Proof Studio. And in 1990, when Mandela was released from prison, I was still in Boston, and he called on all South Africans to join building a democratic future. And that was the time for me to go home. And there I met a young man called Nhlanhla Xaba, who was an artist exhibiting with my mother at her gallery. He decided to join me in this dream of starting an Artist Proof Studio in Johannesburg. We found a big warehouse, or it seemed big at the time, in Newtown, and that was the beginning of Artist Proof Studio Johannesburg. During the 90s, Nhlanhla taught many students from the townships of South Africa, and young artists started developing their careers, and more established artists came to work with us. And in 2003, Nhlanhla was awarded a big commission, and he started working late into the night. And on the 9th of March 2003, there was a fateful fire that broke out in the studio while Nhlanhla was asleep on the couch, and ended up burning down the studio, and Nhlanhla perished in that fire. And that was an enormous tragedy for losing such an amazing artist as Nhlanhla. He had 2 years previously won the Standard Bank Artist of the Year. His career was taking off. He was an amazing mentor and teacher, friend and partner. But aside from that, up to 100 artists lost their livelihood with the studio. People had their artwork in the space, and everything was lost. After the fire, the printmaking community internationally rallied, the South African art community rallied, and the city gave us the bus factory where we are, and we pulled out fragments of the prints from the burnt remains and used those fragments to build collages. The Boston printmakers raised enough money to buy us a new press. I also approached the Ford Foundation, who offered to fund the development of this new studio space as a center of excellence. On the 9th of March, exactly a year after the fire in 2004, we launched Artist Proof Studio in the bus factory. And that's where we are today.
The new Artist Proof Studio pledged to be a center of excellence in printmaking, with open policies of access. Through its 4 units, Artist Proof Studio facilitates transformation, as well as the active commitment of talented artists to shape a better future for themselves and their communities. We run a full-time 3-year education program that includes printmaking, drawing, visual literacy, critical studies, and workplace training. We also offer an internship postgraduate program. Our partnerships with local and international educational institutions facilitate opportunities for exchanges and learning between students. We pride ourselves on our ability to graduate professionals. We have a number of role models who have made it big and are active in the art world today. Artists such as Philemon Hlungwane, Mbongeni Buthelezi, Nicholas Hlobo, Bambo Sibiya, Nelson Magamo, Samson Mnisi and Paul Mulete started their careers at Artist Proof Studio.
I started here for 4 years. After that, I did teach here at APS. I was working here full time. I did exhibit my artworks with a lot of art galleries. So now I'm exhibiting with Everett Reid and Nazna Fine Art.
The mission of Artist Proof Studio is to not only train and develop good printmakers, but to develop active citizens. For students, by participating in community engagement projects, they gain a lot of life skills and work experience. In the 90s, South Africa was hit by a terrible pandemic of HIV and AIDS. And Artist Proof Studios started a paper prayers campaign together with the Johannesburg Art Gallery at the time, where the government gave the studio a grant to address HIV through the arts across the country, teaching HIV awareness. Paper Prayers became the major program, outreach program of Artist Proof, which has since developed into a special projects unit. We engage with NGOs, with corporates, in community outreach, in social advocacy, in various awareness campaigns that fight for social justice and human rights.
Artist Proof Studio is managed by a board of directors and has developed a number of corporate, government and civic partnerships. Several corporates and private patrons support the studio and its activities. Board member Gianni Mariano has been involved with Artist Proof Studio for many years.
So as a lucky visitor to Artist Proof, I landed up finding out a place where I discovered many things about myself and about our society and about people. And that got me really motivated to find ways to add value. I lectured at Vega, and through Vega and Baza, we had some workshops for people in the arts. When apartheid was dismantled, we started a mentorship program, and through the mentorship program, after a number of mentorships, I landed up at Artist Proof.
As the main income-generating unit of the Artist Proof Studio, the Pro Shop collaborates with local and international artists, publishing dynamic new print releases each year, many of which are exhibited and sold at art fairs and galleries internationally. The Pro Shop offers large format printing in many different mediums such as intaglio, lithography, screen print, and monotype. Artist Proof Studio graduates are among the master printers who edition the works of renowned artists, including William Kentridge, Philemon Hlungwane, Doris Bloom, Gerard Marx, Adrian Koller, Basil Jones, Norman Catherine, and Colbert Mashile. The Artist Proof Studio Gallery's core function is to develop the careers of artists and alumni and create sales opportunities for their work locally and internationally, enabling them to become self-sustaining artists. Sizwe Khoza and Nkosana Nhlapho are two APS graduates who have exhibited their work at Artist Proof Studio.
Currently, I'm having a show with Nkosana Nhlapho, which is titled Faces and Places. We wanted to talk about our background, and we wanted to sort of show the journey where we come from. And on this show, I started focusing on guys who were there, who were playing a role of being a father on me. So I show some portraits of male figures.
My works are about like the journey that we partake as people. Maps are a track of time. The map up there is what I've created from where he lives and the journey that we took together.
The essence of being here is really having discovered a place where the people that previously didn't share space or didn't share anything really, actually share a mind space, and it manifests in the art that is produced here. And while that manifestation is happening, the people themselves behave in a way and interact in a way that I believe is a fantastic glimpse into the South Africa that I think we will have and that I yearn for us to have.